Welcome to Stoic Inner Power, where we explore ancient wisdom to master the chaotic storms of our modern emotional lives. We live in a world that constantly demands our reaction, pulling our minds into a state of perpetual unrest and turmoil. Yet the ancient Stoics taught us that true power lies not in controlling the world, but in mastering our own minds. They understood that we often suffer more in our imagination than in reality, trapped by the narratives we create daily. Our modern devices amplify these sufferings, feeding us constant triggers that hijack our peace and disturb our natural mental balance. But like a solid rock against the crashing waves, you have the capacity to remain unshaken amidst the external chaos. Today, we will unlock the tools to reclaim your sovereignty over fear, anger, and anxiety, transforming them into strength. This is not just philosophy, it is a practical operating system for the mind, designed to navigate life's hardest challenges. The core problem is rarely the event itself, but rather the story you tell yourself about what the event means. When a glass breaks, it is just physics, but your anger about the broken glass is a choice you make. By rewriting these internal scripts, we can change our emotional reality without needing to change the external world around us. We will build an inner citadel, a fortress of the mind that no insult or misfortune can ever truly breach. Let us begin this journey by understanding the fundamental principle that separates the Stoic master from the suffering masses. It starts with the dichotomy of control, the wisdom to know what is up to us and what is not. We waste immense energy trying to control the opinions of others, the weather, the economy, or the actions of people. Epictetus taught that this desire to control the uncontrollable is the root of all our anxiety and emotional suffering. Instead, we must focus entirely on our own reasoned choice, our character, and our perspective in the present moment. When you shift your focus inward, you reclaim the power that you had previously given away to external circumstances. This shift in focus is the foundation of emotional resilience, allowing you to see the world with absolute clarity. Consider the traffic jam. You cannot clear the road, but you can choose to use the time for peaceful reflection. External events are merely the weather of life. Your mind is the shelter that determines how you experience the storm. Other people's opinions are their own property, not yours. Therefore, they should have no power to disturb your inner peace. The past is gone, and the future is not yet here. Only the present moment is yours to control. This focus allows us to perform at our best, unburdened by the heavy weight of outcomes we cannot guarantee. Remember that it is not the things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments and interpretations of these things. You have the authority to revoke your own judgments, instantly removing the fuel that feeds your negative emotional fires. With this foundation laid, let us now confront the first of the three great emotional enemies, the shadow of fear. Fear is a projection of the mind into the future, anticipating pain or loss that has not actually occurred. We fear poverty, we fear illness, we fear failure, and this fear paralyzes our ability to act in the present. Seneca famously said that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality, letting fear steal our current happiness. Fear thrives in ambiguity and the unknown. Therefore, the Stoic solution is to shine the light of reason upon it. The technique is called Premeditatio Malorum, or the premeditation of evils, a practice of visualizing the worst-case scenarios. By vividly imagining the things we fear most, we strip them of their power to surprise and terrify us. When you look fear in the eye and ask, "Is this what I feared?" you realize you can endure it. This is not pessimism. It is a rehearsal for resilience, ensuring that no blow of fate can catch you off guard. You realize that even if the worst happens, you possess the inner resources to cope, adapt, and eventually overcome. Fear relies on the assumption that you will be helpless. Stoicism proves that you are never without your reasoned choice. Even the fear of death is conquered when we accept it as a natural part of the universal process. Nature wills nothing that is bad for its parts. Accept the flow of destiny, and fear will vanish instantly. Practice this visualization daily. Face your fears in your mind so you do not have to face them in panic. Now we turn to the most destructive of all emotions, the temporary madness that we know as anger. Anger is an acid that does more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. It is a fast, reactive emotion, often triggered by a sense of injury or a violation of our expectations. We get angry because we believe the WDW world should behave differently, that people should be polite or traffic should flow. But to expect the world to be other than it is a form of madness that leads to rage. The Stoic solution to anger is not suppression, but the cultivation of a strategic pause before reaction occurs. When you feel the heat rising, force a moment of silence, allowing reason to catch up before you act blindly. Delay is the greatest remedy for anger. It allows the initial surge of emotion to fade and wisdom to return. Ask yourself, will this matter in a year? Is this momentary satisfaction of anger worth the long-term cost? The consequences of our anger are almost always more grievous than the trivial causes that provoke them in the first place. View those who offend you not as enemies, but as misguided individuals acting out of their own ignorance or pain. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that he would meet selfish and rude people, and he chose not to be infected. Be like the river, do not fight the obstacle, but flow around it with flexibility and unyielding purpose. There is nothing manly or strong about rage. True strength is found in gentleness and the control of one's temper. Let go of the desire for revenge, for the best revenge is simply to be unlike him who performed the injury. By mastering anger, you preserve your dignity and keep your mind clear for making rational, virtuous decisions. Finally, we address anxiety, that diffused fear that spreads like a fog, obscuring the reality of the present moment. Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom, a state where our minds race to solve problems that do not yet exist. It pulls us out of the now and traps us in a hypothetical future of what if and maybe. The Stoic antidote to anxiety is grounding, bringing your attention forcefully back to the immediate physical reality. Ask yourself, what is unbearable about this exact second? Usually the present moment is manageable. It is the future we fear. Confine your thoughts to the present action. Perform the task at hand with dignity and without distraction. Do not let your imagination crush you by gathering all potential future troubles into one heavy, insurmountable pile. Focus on the step right in front of you. That is all you ever have to deal with in life. Remind yourself that you have handled everything life has thrown at you up to this point with success. Why should the future be any different? The same weapons of reason you use now will be available then. Anxiety tries to control the future. Stoicism accepts that the future is uncertain and finds peace in that acceptance. Zoom out and see your problems from a cosmic perspective. In the grand scheme, our anxieties are trivial. When you return to the present, you often find that there is joy and beauty available to you right now. Trust the process of life. Do your part, plant the seeds, and let the universe handle the harvest. Fear, anger, and anxiety are not monsters to be slain, but messengers to be understood and disciplined. Treat your emotions like visitors. Acknowledge their presence, hear their message, but do not let them take over your house. You are the captain of your soul. The weather may be rough, but your hand on the wheel must remain firm. Cultivate gratitude for the present. It is impossible to be anxious and grateful at the exact same moment. Every morning, remind yourself that you have the power to choose your response to whatever the day brings. This is the Stoic inner power, the unshakable belief that your mind is a fortress that you alone control. It requires practice, patience, and persistence, but the reward is a life of freedom, tranquility, and profound strength. Be the light in your own darkness. Do not wait for the world to change, for you are the change. When you master your emotions, you become a beacon of stability for those around you who are still struggling. The chaos of the world will continue, but it no longer needs to disrupt the harmony of your inner world. Take these tools, Premeditatio Malorum, the pause and grounding, and use them as your daily weapons against suffering. You are stronger than you think, and you have more control than you have ever dared to believe possible. As the sun sets, let go of today's troubles and prepare to meet tomorrow with a renewed and fortified spirit. Thank you for watching Stoic Inner Power. Subscribe to continue your journey toward a life of unshakable peace and strength. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the bridge between your current self and the resilient person you aim to be. Seneca warned us that life is long enough if we know how to use it, yet we waste much in emotion. External order can sometimes support internal peace. Take small steps to organize your environment to reduce unnecessary daily friction. Your emotions are the swaying branches, but your core values and reason are the deep roots that hold you fast. Visual reminders in your environment can serve as powerful triggers to snap you back into a stoic mindset instantly. Surround yourself with people who uplift your character. Emotional contagion is real, and we mimic those we spend time with. Disconnect to reconnect. Silence the digital noise regularly to hear the wisdom of your own inner voice more clearly. Adopt the bird's eye view. When you see your life from a distance, the things that annoy you seem insignificant. Study is essential. Read the works of the masters daily to refresh your mind and keep your principles sharp. Learn to say no to demands that drain your spirit. Protecting your peace is a necessity, not a luxury. Voluntary discomfort, like exercise or cold showers, trains the mind to endure hardship, so real crisis feels manageable. True power is restraint. It is having the capacity to destroy, but choosing the path of peace and reason. When others are drowning in emotion, be the rock they can hold on to, not another wave that crashes over them. A clear mind leads to right action. When the mud of emotion settles, the correct path becomes visible to you. Externalize your worries. Write them down to get them out of your head, then destroy the paper to symbolize release. Have a guiding purpose. When you know where you are sailing, you can adjust your sails to any wind. Be patient with your progress. You are reshaping habits of a lifetime, and the clay of the mind needs time. When you fail and lose your temper, do not despair. Simply get back on the path and continue the journey. Your philosophy is your shield. Keep it polished and ready, for you never know when the battle will begin. Be a friend to yourself. Do not be the tyrant who punishes you for every small mistake or emotional slip. Each new day is a blank page in the book of your life. Write a story of courage and wisdom. Simplify your life. Complexity often breeds anxiety, while simplicity fosters a sense of calm and manageable control. Your calm has a ripple effect. By maintaining your peace, you silently invite others to find their own tranquility. Seek wisdom in nature. The trees and the wind do not hurry or worry, yet they accomplish everything essential. The view from the summit of self-mastery is worth every difficult step of the climb you're undertaking now. Let virtue be your North Star. If you act with integrity, you need not fear the judgment of any man. Service to others is a cure for self-centered anxiety. It shifts your focus from your pain to their needs. Be a lighthouse. Stand tall in your principles so that others may navigate the storms of their lives by your light. Appreciate beauty. It is a reminder that the world contains not just struggle, but also immense grace and wonder. Memento mori. Remember you will die. This is not to scare you, but to make you love this life more. Hug your loved ones as if it were the last time. This brings intensity and presence to your relationships. Life is a brief flash of light between two eternities of darkness. Do not waste it in anger or fear. Review your day each evening. Ask what you did well, what you did poorly, and how you can improve tomorrow. This self-examination is the key to progress. Without it, we are doomed to repeat the same mistakes endlessly. Sleep with a clear conscience. Knowing you did your best allows you to rest deeply and wake up refreshed. And when you wake, remind yourself again, today I will control my mind, not the events of the world. Find joy in small things, a cup of coffee, a ray of sun, a smile. These are the true riches. Go forth into your day with the armor of Stoicism. You are ready for whatever fate has in store. The city wakes up, the noise returns, but you carry a portable sanctuary of silence within your own heart. Your strength is not just for you. It is a resource for the community, a foundation for the common good. Thinking is good, but overthinking is a trap. Learn to recognize when thought turns into the poison of worry. Hold everything loosely: relationships, possessions, health. They are loaned to you by fortune and can be recalled anytime. Wealth is not found in having many things, but in having few wants. He who needs little is truly rich. Value what you have. Do not spoil your enjoyment of present blessings by longing for what you do not have. A simple meal with peace is better than a banquet with anxiety. Cultivate a taste for the simple life. Do not fear the path ahead. You have walked difficult roads before, and your feet are stronger than you know. Let the vastness of nature remind you of your place. You are a small but significant part of a whole. Find your flow. When you are fully engaged in work you love, anxiety and time seem to disappear completely. Trust in the order of things. The universe is not chaotic, but follows a logic that we can align with. Nurture your mind like a garden, pull out the weeds of negativity daily, and water the seeds of virtue. After the storm of emotion passes, enjoy the clarity. Use these moments to reinforce your mental defenses for next time. Teach these principles to your children. The greatest gift you can give them is the ability to master themselves. Be a light in the darkness. In a world of reactive chaos, your calm presence is a revolutionary act. Rise above the clouds of petty drama. Live in the clear air of high principles and rational thought. Balance is not a static state, but a constant adjustment. Do not be discouraged if you wobble, just correct it. Forge a character as hard as diamond, valuable, beautiful, and capable of withstanding the immense pressure of the world. Freedom is not buying what you want, but knowing you do not need it to be happy or complete. Connect with all generations. Wisdom flows from the old, and fresh perspective flows from the young. Embrace both. Your life is your own scroll. Do not let others hold the pen. Write a story of honor and courage. Let the fire of philosophy burn away your impurities, leaving only the gold of your true, rational self. Time flows like a waterfall, never stopping. Do not try to hold it back, but swim with the current. A flexible body supports a flexible mind. Do not neglect your physical vessel, for it houses your ruling reason. Like the ant/bee, we are social animals designed for cooperation. Isolation breeds anxiety. Connection breeds strength and purpose. Amor fati, love your fate. Do not just bear what happens to you, but actually learn to love it. When things go wrong, say, good. This is an opportunity to practice patience, resilience, and resourcefulness. Turn obstacles into fuel. Resilience is nature's way. Nothing can stop life from finding a way, and nothing can stop your will. Examine your thoughts microscopically. Often, a huge emotion is built on a tiny false assumption. Find it. Your mind can be an oasis. No matter how dry and harsh the world becomes, you carry water within. You hold the key to your own prison cell. The door is not locked. You simply need to walk out. Release your attachment to outcomes. You control the effort, not the result. Find your satisfaction in the effort alone. A calm mind reflects reality like a mirror. An agitated mind distorts everything into monsters and threats. Slow down your communication. In a world of instant reaction, thoughtful response is a sign of true power. Keep your mind high and pure like the mountain peak, untouched by the pollution of gossip and negativity. Create harmony in your life. Stoicism is not about being a robot, but about playing the music of life beautifully. Find your balance point. It takes focus and care, but once found, you can stand despite the gravitational pull. Accept aging and change. They are natural processes. Fighting them causes suffering. Embracing them brings dignity and grace. Learn to let go as gracefully as the autumn leaf. It does not cling to the branch in fear. Take responsibility for your corner of the world. Act virtuously, even if no one is watching or applauding you. Remember that without the rain, there is no rainbow. Without struggle, there is no development of character or strength. Choose the hard path of virtue over the easy path of vice. The easy path becomes hard, the hard, easy. Pass on the light. You have received wisdom from the ancients. It is your duty to keep it burning. You are in conversation with the greatest minds of history. Let their strength become your strength through your study. Harness the winds of fate. Do not just drift. Set your sails and use the wind to go forward. Become the mountain. Clouds may hide the peak, storms may batter the sides, but the mountain remains eternally still. Do not wait for a better time to start living. This moment is the only one you are guaranteed. Be honest with yourself. The lies we tell ourselves are the most dangerous chains that bind us to suffering. The harvest of Stoicism is peace of mind. It takes a season of growing, but the fruit is sweet. Unclench your fists. Fighting reality is exhausting. Open your hands and accept what the universe places in them. You are a citizen of the universe. Act in a way that honors your connection to the whole cosmos. Live fully until the very end. Do not let fear of the end tarnish the brilliance of your burning. Watch your thoughts flow like the river. Do not chase them. Do not jump in. Just watch them pass. Principles are your compass. Without them, you are lost at sea. With them, you can navigate any storm. Adaptability is intelligence. If the door is locked, look for a window. There is always another way through. As the day ends, let your worries end with it. Carry no heavy baggage into the sanctuary of sleep. Create boundaries. You are not obligated to be available to the world 24 hours a day. Reclaim your time. Rest is a weapon. A well-rested mind is a sharp sword. A tired mind is dull and easily broken. And so the cycle continues. Each day is a new life, a new opportunity to practice what you preach. Get ready. The world waits for no one. Step out with courage, armed with your stoic inner power. Step into the arena. Philosophy is not for the classroom. It is for the street, the office, the home. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Your patience may be the miracle they need. We were made for each other. To work against one another is contrary to nature. Choose cooperation over conflict. Admire achievement, but do not envy it. Your value comes from your character, not your status or possessions. Do your work for the love of it, not for the applause. The reward is in the doing itself. We have covered much ground. Fear, anger, anxiety. They are powerful, but you are infinitely more powerful. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Let only true and helpful impressions enter your sacred inner space. See the world with new eyes, not as a place of threat, but as a training ground for your soul. Keep the fire burning. Practice these techniques daily. Consistency is the secret to transforming knowledge into wisdom. You are ready. You have the tools. You have the power. Now go and live a good life. May you find the peace that comes not from the absence of trouble, but from the presence of strength. If this video has helped you find some calm, please share it with someone who needs this strength. Thank you for watching Stoic Inner Power. Subscribe now and let us walk this path of mastery together.